All right, everybody out there in the Craft Chest Nation, I Craft Chest here, and we are hours away from the Diablo 2 Reign of the Warlock and Diablo 2 Resurrected Ladder Reset tomorrow, Friday, February the 20th, 5 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, which I guess my time be 3 p.m. I don't get off till 5. I'm going to have to get home, deal with the heathens, and yes, heathens. I'll tell you that story later. There's another kitten that got dropped off by something out there. Ezra's not happy about it, but I digress. But I'll be on promptly by 7 p.m. Central Time and getting into this new league that we got going on. New ladder reset. This ain't Path of Exile. This new ladder reset for Diablo 2 Reign of the Warlock. Now, here's the thing that I want to put out there up front. I probably ain't going to play the Warlock to begin with because I want to farm for gear for a Warlock. And being that these ladders usually last about, 3 months now? Probably going to go with the good old Sorceress. Let's make a source. Let's do some farming. Let's get some room words going. Let's get him geared up. Let's get her geared up for magic finding, and then come back and do a warlock. And I'm sure there's going to be plenty of guilds out there, plenty of covens. What is it, Ginger Gaming for Fun or something like that? You know, that dude's been putting in a little work. You know, his guys there. Coolio, Iceman. Who's some of the other people? I forget all the people. Xtemis. I haven't heard much from Xtemis. Where are you at? You hadn't come across my feed at all. Alright, but let's talk about Diablo 2 Reign of the Warlock and Diablo 2 Resurrected right quick. Number one thing, everybody out there, that I have seen and heard and people making videos about is the price. $25. Well, if you take $1 a year, hey Ezra, $1 a year, I don't not to say that that's what they did, but you take $1 a year, spend 25 years for content, $25 for the update. Guys and gals out there, think about what they got to pay for. All the new things that they added to the game. Okay, they have a voice actor to pay. And something that I hear every single day on different videos is how people are bitching and complaining about AI. And how AI is going to take over the gaming industry. The voice actors are going to be, starving and hungry like the aspiring artist out there. But yet $25 is too much for people out there to pay for what you get. And in my opinion, leave the new class out of it. But I am under the opinion that the stash tabs are worth it. And yes, there are those people in Resurrected that are complaining, why didn't we get it? Well, maybe in the future you might get it. But right now, if you want to play the new content, you got to pay for the DLC, which I have a thought about that also. You have Resurrected and you have Reign of the Warlock. They're two different games. It's like going from Path of Exile 1 to Path of Exile 2. Okay? They're different. Now, they did state that you can bring characters from one to the other. You can't go back, but you can go forward, bring the gear with it. There you go. Okay? So they give you options. Plus the premium stash tabs, okay? And everybody out there is complaining about that. But Path of Exile has been doing it since day one. You get like 4, and then they sell you the other one. What weekend do we not see on the website? I don't know how many people out there go to the website every week, every 2 weeks, whatever, that they're not running a premium stash tab sale or a skin sale. Because that's their model. And it's worked. And I've always said, other games should pick it up. You skin to win, or you premium stash tab to win. Okay, and that's a very good model. It's not pay to win, because what am I getting? I'm getting storage. If that's pay to win to somebody out there, oh my God, I can store gear, or make a mule, or make alts, as a lot of people like to say. Whatever it is, you can always exploit the system if you want to, but they're making it easy right now for us as Diablo 2 players. And I appreciate that. Plus, I mentioned they got to pay the voice actor. Okay, you got to pay for the developer fees, out there. They're getting paid. So I believe it's worth $25 to do it. Hell, I paid that for lunch today. I said that in a different video, and I did it again. All right? Now, Chris Wilson was also talking about, and I'm not bashing on Chris Wilson. Don't get me wrong. I respect the guy to the utmost. But he was talking about the pay gate. He was talking about the built-in teleport. Well, let's talk about the built-in teleport for just a moment. The built-in teleport is no more than flaming dash. Okay? You could go across stuff. You could go that way. You can go this way. But you can't go through stuff like a sorceress can. Like over a wall, over a rock, over a tree. If you can do that, you're going to hit crash damage and it stops right there. So the built-in teleport is limited. It's no more than a movement ability in Path of Exile. Just saying, because the dude said he played the game, so I don't know why I didn't test that first off. I think that's would have been one of the things I'd have done, but that's just me. And I really don't want to mention him a whole lot, because there were some things in the first video that I was going to post that I was like, hey, I said that. Yeah, I said that too. And it was like, I was watching it on lunch today, and I was like, well, I'm going to go back and redo it, because I digressed way hard. It was like a 45-minute video. This one might end up being one too. But can't we just step back and appreciate the fact, all right, that it's been 25 years since we've got new content. And finally, Blizzard sees the potential from the community. Old asses like myself that's been playing since day one. All the way back to Diablo 1. Okay? Never played Hellfire, but then going into Diablo 2, Vanilla, the classic. Then Diablo 2, Lord of Destruction. Then a few years later, and isn't it amazing that I didn't start doing builds until 2007. That's whenever I made this channel. I had another channel. Alright, didn't do too well, whatever. But this channel, where we started doing builds and how-to guides. We had all the guys out there. You go back through my old-ass content from 17, 18, 19, 20 years ago, and you'll find Diablo 2 builds and how-tos and this, that, and the other. Not a lot's changed. There have been some new metas out there that people have done, but Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction, that's what you get. And people are making a living at it to this day, 25 years later. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but you got the Coolios out there. You got the Iceman, the X-Temis. You got the Ginger Gaming for fun. You got, who else? There's a couple other people. I know I'm missing them. There's another guy. Oh, you got Riker. Well, Riker, I think he's just a Blizzard person, but I'm not going to say the word Gunto to say it, but I ain't going to say it. Yes, Ezra, yes, I'm talking on the mic, yes. Ezra's over here bitching. But you have all these people that to this day are making a living off of Diablo 2. And I could be too, but, I don't know. I just run into a funk for a long time now. As far as games are concerned, hell, I used to know Life Black Desert, used to know Life Arcade. I always play D2 in the background. Never really talked about it. It wasn't on, any social media or anything about it. I've always played it. I've always kept up in the know about Diablo 2. And now here we are. Tomorrow's a ladder reset. And all I'm saying is, and I know I'm missing 10,000 things that I'll come up with in a different video. They're talking about how OP the Warlock is. I haven't even mentioned a Warlock in this video. Like I said, take the class out of it. And let's just look at the content that they've added. It's actually significant if you step back and actually make a list of everything that they've added to the game on this DLC. You haven't done it before, unless you made a hero editor and went out there and did it on single player. You're just ruining it for yourself. I actually did an honest playthrough on normal. I'm halfway through Nightmare, and I've found a lot of interesting utility and workings on about this character. Okay? Like Guntoad and I don't know if I mentioned it in that video. I might have been offline talking to him, whatever. But it's like the Scion and the Witch had a baby. It's like a melee caster. We'll talk about the class briefly here, because I really don't want this video to be too overly long. Where are we at already? I don't even know. I don't even see a timer, but that's okay. But it's like a melee caster. Chris Wilson called his melee ability the one where you throw stuff out, spectral throw. He actually didn't even call it, weapon echo or echo weapon. And you also have the mirror, where every 5 levels you throw out an extra one where it adds 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. You can get skillers, and people's done that. They've done modifications to the game. They're trying to make it as OP as they can so they can complain about how OP he is. The average player out there is not going to reach that level. You're not. Not in the first month. You have to be what do they call it? Real money transaction, RMTs, to be able to get that shit. And we're not even doing that. I ain't got time for all that. Just play the game. You'll find different things that they're not finding. Yes, you could put Breath of the Dying on him. Yes, you could put Infinity. He's got that ability where he could chain up and make a mob out there. I think a lot of people's going down to the Hellforge, grabbing that dude that's got Conviction Aura. Going to find a Conviction Aura, get a free Infinity. Plus that. Yes, you can do that with this character. That's awesome. It still don't mean you're going to melt things, because you got to have the damage to do it. Ring of Fire is amazing. I love the fact that, and something that, if you actually read the abilities, Ring of Fire does the exact opposite of PoE. Okay? I was like reading some of these skills. I'm like, wait, that's opposite. Because I remember there's a skill that I always thought that I could make a build on, but I couldn't, because they always nerfed it. What was Freezing Pulse in PoE? It got nerfed into the ground. The further it goes out, the less damage it does. On Ring of Fire, it says you get a 5% damage bonus at the tip, the very end of the Ring of Fire, where it goes, where it pulses. You get a 5% fire bonus. Okay, now they wouldn't have put that in the game if they'd have thought, oh, we're going to make this OP. They wouldn't have done that. But you also, too, have to understand the mechanics of it has a knockback. Okay? And you have Flame Wave. And you have the Weapon Echo. And you have the Demons. And you have everything else to play with. Why don't we just have fun with it? Because that's what I've done. I've gone out there, done an honest playthrough, picked up gear off the ground. I don't even think I have Rune Ward number 1 right now. I'm rocking yellows, blues, and whites out there, everybody. And just having an amazing time. Because that's what Diablo 2 should be at the end of the day. Okay? Fun. Not trying to find doom and gloom. Not trying to find a way of why they need to nerf a character. Just fucking have fun. Oh my God. Social media is killing y'all. These people out there trying to make $1 killing us is what it is. I've heard people trying to do that voice. In Diablo 2, you could do this and that and the third. Dude, that ain't how you talk. I've heard you. The dude that talks about having many wives, he changes his voice in his shorts. Come on, dude. Stop. Just stop. Just play the game. You're hero editing too. Which you can. Alright, if you want to do that and test out some things or whatever. And let me stop. Because it's hilarious in a lot of ways. 25 years that since we've got love, everybody. Just appreciate it. That's all I'm saying. Gun Toad, you have a copy of it. Get your ass out of Helldivers. Woo! And get your ass into Diablo 2, Reign of the Warlock, T2 Darlanton, and T2 Universe. Sit Kid, Mr. Rogers, the other people from Canada. I don't remember your names. Woo! Get your ass on Reign of the Warlock. And, because I've had people tell, you don't know how many people have said, hey, you and T2 should do a live stream together. Well, I don't even know what T2 is doing now. I think he done converted. I'm not sure. Last I heard, he was in the middle of conversion. I don't know what's going on. He hadn't even done. I don't even think he's been online, because I haven't gotten anything coming across the feed. I'm kind of worried about it, to be honest with you. I don't know. I haven't even been able to give any T2 updates since last year. What's T2 up to? I have no clue. Because, you talk about that friend at work. I don't know. I'm just saying. But everybody out there in the Craft Test Nation, the T2 universe, all the other communities out there, hey, it's all in jest. But at the same time, it's not. Because you need to just step back and have fun. When's the last time that you've done that? It's like in Star Trek Insurrection. You got to have fun at least once a day. What the little boy told Data. Woo! It's a craft of the mind. Go out there and have some fun. If I forgot anything, I'll put it in a different video. We'll see you on the ladder. Hopefully I'll be able to stream. I'll stream on YouTube first, maybe. If not, check on Twitch. Check X if you're on there. I'll post it out there also. Reign of the Warlock. New content. New class. I'm going to play a sorceress. Just to flip the script on everybody. There you go. We'll see you there. Woo! Tomorrow!